Whoops. Right, okay. Oh, I need to plug the sound in. Do you know what? I'm just going to take the mic out. Is it all right without the mic? Because it always falls out. I'm getting spammed by like one person. Hang on. Okay, so we've got a combination of the Five of Wands reversed. I'll show you it upright, just so you can see the art. The Five of Wands is conflict, okay, as per the picture. And that's reversed, so we're avoiding conflict. Then we've got the Four of Swords upright, which is taking rest, okay? The swords are, they're being held and the person's lying down. They're wounded, you know, they need to take rest. And then we've got the Nine of Wands reversed. Now, this is very Dali-esque, isn't it? The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's like the person's prepared to keep on fighting. They're prepared to keep on fighting. Okay, it's been a long battle. Something's been tough, but you don't want to argue anymore. You don't want to have conflict with anyone anymore. Alex, is that in a mean way or a nice way? Because you like Scouse accents. Right, they were a combination, so I'm going to get 2 more cards. Is that resonating, Irvy? Right, we've got... Sorry, the rain's really loud on the window. We've got the Hermit reversed. So the Hermit upright is the major arcana for Virgo, and it means that this part of the journey has to be walked alone. It's soul searching, it's looking inwards to your feelings. How are you feeling about something? It's isolating yourself and reflecting inwards, you know, introspection, deep shadow work. What was my part in things? What was their part in things? You know, how do I move forward? Because that's reversed, it's either coming out of that Hermit energy or refusing to do it and just not wanting to, just really not wanting to get that deep about it, you know, like, because sometimes you don't want to think about stuff because it's just too heavy. Let's get one more. Shadow work is healthy. It's what you do. You tend to do it after a breakup or after being burned. Oh, what have we got here? We've got a combination of the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there wasn't equal give and take. I'm just going to show you the cards because they're really weird. Wow, that doesn't look like the Six of Pentacles, does it? That's bizarre. Yeah, so the Six of Pentacles, it's 6 is an even number. It would be 3 pentacles from you, 3 pentacles from them, and it would be fair and equal. But because it's reversed, that's a sign of an unequal connection, an unfair connection. Someone's putting in more time, more energy, more money, this kind of thing. It's in combination with the Ace of Swords, so that's a major revelation, a major truth. Aces, you know, are divine. It's an important discovery, but the swords are communication and thoughts. Okay, so it's major revelations. It may be spoken about and confessed, but we've got the Four of Cups reversed. Now the Four of Cups upright is, I thought that was sea turtles, but it's birds, isn't it? I wonder if it's meant to be like both. The Four of Cups is rejecting cups that are being offered by others. But when it's reversed, it's a good reversal. Okay, so when that's reversed, it means I'm now open to other people approaching me and offering feelings towards me, offering me their cup. So there was an unequal connection. You know, that's something that you've realised, and you're beginning to like move forward and become open to the idea of another person. Oh, oh, pretty holic. I don't like the thought of people being like in pain or like suffering, but yeah, I'm not dealing with anyone at the moment because I just don't want to. I just can't deal with the drama. Like a lot of people, there's a person that I hope would get in touch, but I don't think they're going to. The tarot says they will. Right, let's get 3 for your person. I know everyone, you know how you're feeling, but I'm going to get 3 for your person, Aries. How is Aries' person feeling, please? Okay, so in the challenge position, we've got the Hanged Man. Now, when the Hanged Man is upright, it's someone who's... Oh, that's cool, that card, isn't it? It's like the sand on the beach there. And then that's like a picture frame, and that's like water and waves. It's someone who's trying to look for another perspective, okay? I like that whale there because it's like trying to go deep and be still and just have a think about things. You're suspending yourself. So this is actually not your feelings, this is your person. They're trying to see things from another perspective, okay? Not just the one that maybe they've seen it from previously. When it's reversed, it's stubborn. It's like, I am only going to see my own perspective. Well, hopefully when the video's finished, it will put subtitles on. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. When it doesn't, I'm not sure why. It must be the sound quality or something. But especially like I post on YouTube and I post on TikTok, and usually it will put on the subtitles, okay? So hopefully that happens. Thank you for the likes, everyone. Because it's in the challenge, I think this person is struggling because they are feeling stubborn, but they do want to try to see, you know, this situation from multiple points of view. They do want to try to do that, but there might be someone who's a little bit stubborn. When I get to 500 subscribers, I'll answer questions in the chat. So if you subscribe, when I get to 500, I can take super chats and answer questions like on the spot. I'll dedicate some sessions towards it. Okay, so next they've got a combination of the moon and the 4 of Wands reversed. So it's the moon reversed and the 4 of Wands reversed. Now this is very interesting to me because if these cards were upright, oh look, they're gorgeous. Is it cypress trees? What's the other kind of tree that they have all over Italy? Is it cypress trees? I only lived in Italy. Like, they're everywhere. Oh, I love this artwork. I love it. I know that Dali was from southern Spain, wasn't he? He's from the Catalan region. But the whole of the Mediterranean. Oh my God, I went to watch his exhibition in London and it made me cry because there was like opera music on, and then it was like the cybernetics. So they did like projections of his art all over the place. And I had tears streaming down my face, and my sister was like, "What are you doing?" But guys, if you can get to the Salvador Dali cybernetics exhibition, you need to. They move around different like capital cities. Anyway, that's enough about me. Right, so the 4 of Wands is when you live in a household or you're married or both. Okay, so it's home ownership. 4s are numbers of stability. So like the 4 legs to a chair, the 4 walls to a house. Thank you, Lady Divine. They're numbers of stability, so it's wanting, a solid future, a solid relationship to be out in the open, exclusive. Everybody knows about this relationship, living together, in a house, potentially married. Um, the Moon card is a major arcana. In the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that even though he's afraid, he must walk forwards anyway. The Moon card is Pisces energy. It's all about fear and being afraid of the dark, being afraid of the unknown. So with those reversed, it's like, I'm afraid to commit. Does that make sense? I think this person's been non-committal because that freaks them out, the idea of commitment, the idea of either getting married at all or getting married again, being in a public relationship again. Something about that going to that next stage freaks this person out. It's about fear. Okay, so when it's upright, you're embracing it and you want stability and you want a public relationship. When they're both reversed like that, that's like, I'm fearful about committing to you. Okay, so it could be their issues, and I will go into that. It could be something from when they were younger, or they've just been burned, recently. I love how multicolored the setup is. Like, I'm absolutely vibing off it. Yeah, when I get to 500 subs, I'll take personal questions, but for now, this is a reading that's dedicated to anyone of the Aries sign. Let's get one more for how they're feeling then. Maybe it's always, been their opinion that they'll never marry, or maybe it's always been their opinion that, marriage is like a load of rubbish. Maybe their parents were divorced and that's how they know marriage. Everyone has a different blueprint for commitment and what that looks like and how far it should go, how traditional it should be. I'm just going to take another look at those initial cards for your side. It's like the ending of a relationship, isn't it? There isn't any court cards. There's no court cards there, so it maybe it didn't get that far, What have we got here? The Page of Swords and the Sun reversed. Oh my god, look at that. This is so darly, like. See, the Page of Swords is a card. Look, I like that because it's got the chess game. It's about watching and waiting, okay? Pages of Swords, they're sent out by the king or the queen to go and gather information, to go and observe, to not be seen, okay? Everything's done very sheepishly, everything's done very much, traveling to the next citadel, staying out on the periphery of the town and just watching to see what's going on, what are people doing, perhaps waiting for a particular person. So yeah, it's always about watching and waiting, the Page of Swords, and it's the beginning of an adventure. It's very, very like, it's like when you've noticed in love, it's like when you've noticed someone around and you haven't really spoken to them yet, or you're just kind of seeing what they're about without really engaging with them. Now, the Sun card is reversed here. If that was upright, I'd say that this person feels childlike, excited, carefree when they're watching you. But with it being reversed, I feel like maybe you've had an argument about this lack of commitment and they can't stop thinking about it. Like, they're watching you on social media or where you work or, somewhere where you frequent, and they're kind of hoping to bump into you, or it just feels super sad. A man, there should be subtitles added on automatically when I post onto this live. Will get posted as a reading. I'll edit it and upload it tomorrow onto YouTube and TikTok, and it should have subtitles so you'll be able to translate it. I don't know if it's like a glitch with YouTube or like my channel, but when someone types something, it comes up like 8 times. So we can't tell if the person's spamming it or it's like accidental. Right, let's get 3 for the outcome. So there's hurt feelings on both sides, and it seems to be that they're shying away from, you know, commitment, being exclusive, being out in the open, everyone knowing about it, getting a house together, getting married. And they're really like, it sucks for them, like they're really like struggling not being around you. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's a lack of investment here. So if the Ace of Pentacles was upright, wow, that looks like an egg with a ship inside it, doesn't it? Like movement. Yeah, movement, forward movement, a journey. Ace of Pentacles is investment. Okay, Pentacles are money. So it would be, if it was upright, it would be us moving in together. It would be us getting a mortgage together. It would be us getting married. Investment of time, money and energy, but on a super scale. It's the next step up for whatever that relationship is. Now, when it's reversed, it's just like that not happening. So that's just confirmation of what we said earlier. And it's in the outcome. So let's get 2 more for the outcome. And then I'll clarify their feelings and find out why they feel that way. Where's everyone listening from? I would love to know where you're listening from. Right, we've got the 6 of Swords and the Page of Cups. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is moving on. That looks like, it's like a floating island with boats going towards it. There's like swords or feathers hanging down underneath. And we've got those cypress trees on the top. It's full of life in that direction. I love these cards, like, I actually love them. That's like that famous painting, and I don't know who did it. The one where the person has the bowler hat. They're like in a suit, like in London. They got the bowler hat, and then they got like an apple on their head, haven't they? On the top of their head. I don't know who painted that, but I like Dali because of the link to Sigmund Freud and psychology. I like that. 6 of Swords, yeah, it's about leaving your past behind, leaving your problems behind, leaving your woes behind, you know, moving on. Leaving those 6 swords, which are thoughts, negative thoughts, leaving them behind, leaving your baggage behind. The Page of Cups is an apology or a simple offering of emotions like, I have feelings for you, you know, on the kind of like very beginning end. But it can be an apology, Page of Cups in a love reading. I wonder if someone's looking to kind of let bygones be. I've not heard this phrase in ages. Let bygones be bygones. Let sleeping dogs lie. Extend an olive branch. They just want contact again, I think. I think you're both mirroring the same feelings. Let's get one final one because they were a combination. final one for the outcome. This is just the outcome for this final week of March, okay? Oh, we've got the Ten of Cups reversed. So when the Ten of Cups is upright, that's happiness, not just within yourself, but as a wider family picture. So whether it's you and a frenzy van and a dog and your partner, or whether it's, you know, 9 kids or 1 kid and, you know, white picket fence, whatever your wider family picture is in the end, whatever the end goal is, it's harmonious feelings between everyone living in that household. Okay, but it's reversed in the outcome, so there's disharmony here, and it's the sense of wanting to reach out but holding back. So let's get message. I'm absolutely dying to like. I'll get messages, but first of all, I'll clarify why they've got the Moon card with the Four of Wands reversed. Why are they afraid to commit, and why they're being stubborn about it. It's like they're on the verge of trying to see a different way of being. What's that? They're a late bloomer, okay? So perhaps they have, you know, been used to being like a bit wild, never really got to the point of settling down. And it's just, do you know, like when you get into your 30s or 40s and you haven't like ever been married, I guess you become like fearful of, it can be about giving up. It can be about giving up your freedom or your single life, but it can just be about the sense of responsibility as well. So it says age gap or immature attitude, out of sync, needs more time. Now that totally fits, doesn't it, with what we're getting coming out. They're afraid to settle down. Now, just because you're afraid doesn't mean that you're not going to do it. And just because you're having like doubts about doing it doesn't mean it's not going to be awesome when you do. Because I know people that this has happened to, and they were together for like 9 years before they got married. They got engaged, and it was years and years, and then, you know, it was causing a problem because of course you expect to get engaged after a couple of years, not, you know, several years later, and you watch everyone else getting married. So you start to ask questions and you go like, look, is there an issue here? So they agreed to start planning the wedding, and then it all fell through because he admitted that he was afraid, and she assumed, and so did everyone else, like friends on both sides, that it was because he thought he might want to explore being with other people, and it wasn't that at all. And he spoke to me and he was devastated. I've never seen anyone's eyes so blood red before. They separated for a year and they're now married with 3 kids. So it was like, I just think sometimes people are unable to articulate like what they're feeling, and sometimes it's left to interpret, and we misinterpret, don't we? And we can assume that it's because they want to sleep around or they want to be with other people before committing, but it's not always that. It's just the fear of like, what if I let this person's family down? What if I'm not up to it? Do you know what I mean? That it's genuinely how we felt, so it's like opened my eyes a lot. Anyway, it all ended well, but I'm telling you, it was a long gap because feelings get hurt and people lose confidence in the relationship. The dawn, oh guys, look, the dawn of recovery. With each new beginning, embrace risk as a gateway to healing and renewal. So there's going to be a recovery from this. Now, I don't know if that's together or apart, but why would we have these feelings and then not act upon it? It's a shame, right? The dawn of recovery. So then we've got the Page of Swords and the Sun card reversed. They're very unhappy about this. It's really plaguing them. I'm just going to glue my nail back on because it came off. And it's important. It's very important. Right, so I'll get another shadow love card, and then I will get some messages from them, and I'll get you a timing because I feel like this could come back together. Oh, I've got love confessions as well. Look, teasing, dangling partial truths, needing answers, shifting. They're being quite shifty and like danced around this topic for a long time. Okay, so now we know why. They could have put across that they were all for commitment, but never really commented on it too much. And then now it's come up. It's like, you know, a man or woman shaped hole in the wall, like just like completely freaked out. Enlighten truths. Share your insights, spreading awareness with the power of honesty. So you're being encouraged to talk to one another about this, even though it's hard and scary, because you sort of anticipate what the other person might say and things coming to an end. But I don't think they're going to, because they're really upset about this. They're really upset about this, okay? Let's get messages from them. This is the blunt truth deck. This. I'm quiet to protect you from my ego. So this is someone that your ego is concerned with worrying what people think about you, caring too much about status, caring too much about looks. You know, anything that could be embarrassing, you hide it because of ego, right? So that's what that card's about. So they may give you a bunch of other excuses, but we know the real truth. Okay, they're into having fun. They want to have more fun. They don't want things to get too serious. Like, serious as in, like, you know, heavy conversations and losing the essence of what you guys, like, enjoy about the connection. Oh, I feel so much love for you. Well, we know that. We know that. Let's get 3 more. What's this? Why won't you give me space? I can't grow. Wow. They're feeling suffocated. They feel suffocated, like, with that was the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Like, stop pressurizing me, you know? I need to, like, decide when I'm ready, kind of thing. Oh, I'm avoiding our connection. That's the Six of Swords with the Page of Cups. And then we've got the Ten of Cups reversed. Let's get one for that one. I'm at a crossroads. I'm choosing which path to take. Oh my God. That's with regards to finding their Ten of Cups. Like, What does their Ten of Cups look like? How are they going to make everyone happy? They're at a crossroads for deciding that, okay? Right, let's get some confessions. And then I'll get you a timing for when you're going to reconcile and resolve this. And then I'll get you some advice. I think you're very funny. One of the things they really like about you, Aries, is your sense of humour. You make them laugh a lot. Well, my sister's an Aries and she is so funny. Like, I was going to say so fucking funny, but like, I don't know, it's a sense of humour that's just hilarious. She does impressions of people. Okay, when is Aries and this person, when are they going to reconcile and resolve these issues? Because they're both very sad. Okay, you're saying do not force it. Don't force it, okay? Let it play out, because these reservations that this person has, the maturity, it has to change, like, by themselves, you know, like, it's not for you to instigate meeting up, okay? They do really miss you and they're keeping tabs on you in some form or other. So they definitely haven't forgotten and are very unhappy about this situation. I'm going to get you some advice, Aries. Bearing in mind this is just for the last week of March, okay? Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Okay, so you are surrounded by love, no matter what's going on with this connection. You're surrounded by people and you continue to attract people. Okay, just because of the way that you are. Maybe you do have a really good sense of humour, you're very loving, you're confident. You're Aries, the Emperor, right? These feel weird to me because I've never used them. I'm spoiling you today. I've got the Surrealist Tarot, but I've got the Sacred Creators Oracle. This is new. I've not used it. Whoa. What's that say? What's that mean? Stop, drop, and ground. Okay, so it's time to earth yourself. Time to go out in nature. Get grounded. Stop being up in your head. Stop worrying about this. Don't overthink. Don't get bogged down. Okay, go out in nature and just rebalance yourself. Okay, this will play out exactly as and when it needs to. Dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Oh my god, how good is that? That's very ethereal, isn't it? So you're doing amazing, Aries, and you're going to be fine no matter what. Okay, continue to be exactly as you are. And I think this person I think they're going to be drawn back towards you, possibly to commit. All right, I hope that reading resonates with some of you out there. And if you like the reading, please don't forget to give it a like. Support the channel. I'm going to move on to Aries. I do readings every weekend for all of the signs, Aries through to Pisces and zodiac order. So yeah, it's going to be Taurus next. I love that new deck. I've waited as long as I can to use it. It's so colourful and like Mediterranean. I thought I don't want to use it in winter. Okay, on to Taurus. Whoops. Couple of shuffles. I'm getting too hot. Oh my god, I'm going to have to take my jumper off. I tie-dyed this jumper. Absolutely love it. I've been all over Fortnite this morning. Now I'm doing tarot. Best Saturday ever. Just nipped out to get my nephews out with his friends in town, so I went and got him. I'm going to do one more shuffle because they feel really locked together. Okay, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this final week of March 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Taurus is feeling then, please. Okay, so they look to be in the challenge position, but we'll take them this way. The 7 of Cups. Oops, 7 of Cups reversed. Let's put them upright. 7 of Cups is being at a crossroads, and it's looking at, it's like daydreaming, thinking about different options, okay? It doesn't mean that you've got 7 different people that you're going after, but when it's reversed, it's that energy times, infinity. It's like delusional, like we're just fantasizing more than we're actually living in reality almost, because we're so comfortable with, thinking. It's like daydreaming about the future, but not really knowing which way we're going to go next. It's a crossroads, okay? But when it's reversed, it's like delusional. It's gone past having a bit of a daydream to like, I'm just feeling like this constantly. So that's you, Taurus. Hang on, it's in combination with the Knight of Cups. Okay. Knight of Cups is Romeo and Juliet vibes. It's like I'm moving towards someone to tell them I have strong feelings for them. It's very romantic, a heavy heart because we've got teenage angst for someone. Even if we're middle-aged, it's like, I need this person. The 8 of Pentacles is growth and expansion. You've got love on the brain. You have got love on the brain. You're daydreaming and fantasizing about someone to the point of delirium. Oh, 8 of Cups is separation. Are you like giving up on someone? Or did something end? Usually the 8 of Cups is you walking away. 3 of Pentacles wanting to work together. See, perhaps you left a situation that you now, you fantasize about coming back together. Because the 3 of Pentacles can mean a workplace or it can mean cooperation in general. Oh, that's cool. That's like a crane, isn't it, there and then? We've got so much going on in this picture. That's really strange. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles is cooperation, working together, coming together. It's community. I think you're really missing someone. You're really in your feels about them, like you just fantasize about them. Like a freak. I mean, Taurians are very possessive, like Scorpios. Highly possessive, highly emotional. What's yours is yours, you know? Same with food. You treat your partner like food. You don't share. Let's get another one. Oh, the Sun card reverse. That's being like really down in the dumps. Really down in the dumps, like plagued by this. A heavy heart. Not childlike, not carefree. But, you know, adult problems, like adult woes. Right, what's going on here? The Four of Wands, so that is a card of stability. I love this card. Look at these trees. Oh, the Mediterranean. A card of stability. Marriage, all living together at the minimum. A very public, you know, stable relationship falls on number of stability. The King of Swords reversed. Okay. This could be a manipulative energy. I'll show you it upright. Look, that looks like that chair, that like weird lips chair that Salvador Dali created. Then we've got the bowler hat. There he is. There's the man himself. And Gala. That's probably his father or someone. His mother and his father. I got distracted now. The King of Swords is someone who's very cerebral, very much a thinker, a fantastic writer, speaker, orator. They're a person of intelligence. Everything is intellectualized, and they can be a bit too businesslike. That it doesn't mean they haven't got feelings, but their approach, like the way they sound, can be very businesslike. So it can be really professional. But then in an emotional setting or an intimate setting, you don't want to sound professional. Depends what the moon sign is as well, of course, but it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Now, when the King of Swords is reversed, that sword, which represents communication and thoughts, it can be wielded in the wrong way. So either blocked communication, or communication that's very manipulative, telling lies, bending the truth, being persuasive, manipulative, yeah, wielding, or using nasty words, yeah, words that cut deep. When swords are wielded incorrectly, they cut deep. So let's get the other cards, because these were in combination. It's something to do with stability. Harsh communication or no communication. Then we've got the Queen of Cups reversed as a lack of healing. I'll show you it upright just so you can appreciate the art. Well, it looks like she's underwater, doesn't it? Well, Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It's healing, it's renewal, it's being cleansed, absolved of, you know, anger. It's the heart chakra opening up. You know, the Queen of Cups is healing. This is an unhealed issue that we've got here. It's unfinished business with regards to wanting stability, maybe not communicating it, maybe, you know, speaking very bluntly about it. The Five of Wands, arguments, fights. Wands is fire, it's passion. And when that spills over, that becomes anger. These people are all arguing, okay? So this can be internal or external conflict. Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups upright would be happiness. That reminds me, like, I mean, they look partly like jellyfish, but it makes me think of, you know, chandeliers in like the 20s, or like champagne glasses in the 20s. And then it also looks like hair. Oh, I love this art. Like, it really makes you think. Yeah, Nine of Cups is like, I'm happy within myself, I'm content. I'm satiated, I have what I want, I'm very satisfied. This is like not being satisfied in oneself when it's reversed. And then we've got finally the Two of Wands reversed. The Two of Wands upright is, it's when you've made a choice, okay? So each wand represents an adventure or a direction, okay? And when we have the Ace of Wands, it's a brand new start. When we have the Two of Wands, you've got to choose which direction you're going to go, A or B. And then the Three of Wands, okay, the next step would be, I'm taking action because I've chosen. This is like, I need to choose which one. I think that's inner conflict then, perhaps. There's a lack of healing. There's a desire for stability. Could be with the King of Swords, okay, or someone that's blocked you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Or that you haven't communicated with someone for a long time and it's making you really unhappy, okay, and you're waiting for some sort of choice to be made, some sort of progress. So they're your cards, Taurus. Now let's get their feelings. So the one that you're thinking about dealing with or manifesting. Now I know the Queen of Cups was there, but she represents a person who's just healing, and she was reversed. So I don't know whether you're with this person or not. And I know the Four of Wands was there, but it was in a large combination of cards. So I don't think it's like that you're together, because there seems to be a lot of, you know, we've got the Sun card reversed. We've got, actually, we have the Knight, yeah, it's the Knight of Cups. Being in your feels over someone, daydreaming, constantly fantasizing, delusional, wanting growth, you know, waiting for this choice to be made. There's a lot of anticipation of change. Let's get some for how they're feeling then. They've got the Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, so the Knight of Wands upright is someone, oh god, that's a bit sexual. I don't think it's supposed to be. The Knight of Wands is, what is this picture? It's so weird. This is very Freudian one, this one. The Knight of Wands is sexual. It's very sexual energy. Wands are phallic. It's fire energy. It's passion. The Knight of Wands is a fast energy. It's like, I need to have this person like 7 times, you know. When it's reversed, it can be that energy amplified, or it can be someone who's really angry and pissed off. Okay, because when passion spills over, it becomes anger. So I think this person sees you in a very sexual way. You see them in a very romantic way. What just turned over then? These two. Right, we've got the Five of Swords, which is arguments. And the Ace of Cups. Oh my god. Arguments about love. Verbal disagreement, verbal conflict with others about being in love. Maybe they do love you. They've either argued with you about it, or they've argued with others about it. That's arguing with others. The Lovers, but it's reversed. You see the moon here, there's something secret. Now, I love this card because this is about Dali's relationship with his parents, and the mother was closer to him. So her position in this field was closer to the front of the picture, and the father was further back, and he was like less formed because they were very distant from one another, Dali and his father. So that's interesting that they've picked this, because with the lovers, oh, that looks like an eagle there as well, doesn't it? The lovers is the major arcana for Gemini, but it represents, when it's upright, two people who are divine counterparts. They were meant to be together. It's a soul tie, a soul bond, can be twin flame energy, but they are a divine couple. They're supposed to have a connection that plays out in the 3D. And they love each other the same. Now, when the lovers is reversed, and this one was, one person has stronger feelings than the other. Okay? So this is what's showing up for the one that's on your mind or that you're going to meet. I do feel a lot of tension and baggage here, so I would say this is someone you have dealt with already, Taurus. I do think that there's love there. I think they're in love. I think they're crazy passionate. But I don't... With the lovers reverse, that's a bit of a concern. Of course, if they're already taken, that could be about them in the connection that they're already in. Let's see what comes out in the outcome. The King of Cups reverse. Oh my God, shut up, shut up. We've got... Did we not have the Queen of Cups, or have I just made that up? We did, didn't we? We've got divine counterparts. Shit. Shit. You're meant to be with this person, because that is your side of the reading, and the outcome is them. Shit, you're meant to be together. It's a lot of water energy. It's feelings, emotions. You're both awash. You see like all the seashore here, and she's underwater, but they're both reversed. Fucking hell. They're both reversed, so it's like you're both pissed off with each other, but then you're both miserable being away from each other. I'm not like, I shouldn't laugh, but it's like, it's a very stubborn energy, isn't it? It's like, I am, you know, when people get really angry and don't talk to each other, it's because they're pissed off, because they're hurt. There's so much emotion there, like there's so much feelings involved, like this is unfinished business, guys. Like it's unhealed, it's unfinished. It's like this open wound that's just needs to be addressed. Unfinished business. Eight of Swords reversed is a good reversal. When the Eight of Swords is upright, it's mental entrapment. You can see that she's blindfolded, and I'm just looking at everything in this picture. It's mental entrapment. It's feeling trapped, feeling imprisoned, but not actually being imprisoned. Okay. So when this is reversed, it's good, because we're coming out of this thought that we're trapped, we're stuck, there's nowhere to go, there's no way of sorting this out. We're coming out of that. We're getting free from that mentality. Okay, so there's a shift in mentality now. And that's in the outcome. So you may be reaching a turning point with this person come April, because this is for the last week and this is the outcome in the last week of March. April might see a shift. I will get us a time and cards, and I will get messages from them, confessions from them. Oh, so frustrating. A lack of action. So the Three of Wands, when it's upright, is, I told you earlier, the Two of Wands is like, I need to make a choice. The Three of Wands is, I've made my decision, now I'm taking action. I'm going to actuate this choice. It's reversed, so it's like a lack of action. That's really irritating. I don't think much is going to change in this like coming week, okay? But that's not to say that things aren't going to change further down the line, because we have got release from mental entrapment. And you're both unhappy to be apart, and you are divine counterparts. But why have we got the Lovers reversed? That's quite worrying to me, because that means unrequited love, from my understanding. Shit. False hope. Tries to sell you a pipe dream, no substance, evasive. Oh. That's why there's been arguments. Is that why you stopped talking? Was this man or woman trying to sell you, a pipe dream, like stringing you along, making out like you're going to be together, Consumed. Extinguish doubt by having open communication. Can this go anywhere? Okay, because I don't want someone giving me false hope if you know you're not, going to leave that person, or if you know that you're never going to commit to me. If you know you're never going to come out having a relationship with me, to everyone around us, I'd rather know. Okay, so whether that's their thoughts about you or your thoughts about them, there needs to be honest and open communication. The question needs to be asked, I think. Let's get messages from them, and then I'll get you confessions. Perhaps they knew that they were stringing you along. Look, I regret the choices that I've made. Stop pushing me. I need to make my own choices. Oof. So they don't want to be rushed or pushed. I'm at a crossroads. Shit. That's with the, what was under there? The Lovers reverse, that one. And then in the outcome, we had the Three of Wands, didn't we? They're at a crossroads. Okay, they're trying to decide what to do. They don't want you to push them, okay? They don't want any nudges, any like... It's another brown one, what's come out. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. So they feel like, I would say that's like they're trying to follow their intuition and think about what's meant to happen. Like, not ego, not status, not, 3D earth issues like money, but they're trying to think about the fates, the stars, the gods, use their intuition. Like, is there like a higher purpose to this connection? Is it something that should or should not be ignored? They're trying to work things out for themselves, yeah? They don't want to talk it through or get ultimatums or anything like that. They just want time to themselves to think, will you wait for me? And that was over, you know, the card that's mental entrapment reversed. Let's get one for the inaction, the 3 of Wands reversed, because why is there inaction? So they're trying to pump the brakes because they don't want to feel like they've had it chosen for them. Okay, they don't want to feel like it's been chosen for them. They want to make their own decisions in their own time. So that's why there's been radio silence, if there has been. They're trying to work out their own feelings. When will there be change with regards to this connection, please? Between Taurus and the one that's showing up in their reading. Because they're showing up as the King and Queen of Cups. Wounded, unhealed, divine counterparts. Right, we've got a few that have come out. Distract yourself, okay? Don't play the waiting game and like TikTok, don't do that. Ooh, springtime. So it's not going to be long. Perhaps you've already waited a long time already. Release the need to control. Okay, so perhaps they can sense that you're like a monkey on the back, you know, waiting for them to make this move. Try not to think about it. I know it's hard, but keep it down to a minimum, you know, of how much you're going to manifest this in. You can manifest it, but don't force it. But it says springtime, which is now, you know, in the next, you know, we're coming up to Easter, aren't we? The next few weeks, I think there's going to be, we can't say because it's obviously this person's trying to work through their own thoughts and feelings and intuition. It's not for us to try to control that. Let's get confessions from them. It does say, will you wait for me? So, oh my God, how well does that go? I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Shit. Let's get advice for you, Taurus. They're proper soul searching. The gates of triumph, success expands in your life. I mean, that's a nice card to get. I don't know how that's advice. I think it's just like you're going places. Could be career-wise, could be, you know, like your soul's journey, like being content within yourself, like broadening your horizons, traveling, hobbies, you know, just continuing to meet other people that you work with or that you're friends with and enjoy these connections, family, but you're going good, like you're at the gates of triumph, like. Or are we about to get a triumphant result here? Because it says, will you wait for me? Maybe that's why they kept stringing you along, because they knew like they weren't in a position to commit, but they didn't want you to like leave or think that it was never going to be an option. Overrate your intuition. Oh my God. Oh, I love that. It's like tie-dye or watercolors. Overrate your intuition. So They're telling you to trust your gut on this one. If you think this person is going to come back, if you think they're missing you too, then they are. Okay, follow your gut, follow your intuition. You can't, it's not for you to control the situation and control their healing. Okay, but if you feel that this person's coming back and you are divine counterparts, that's like, it's highly likely that on, you know, the 5D, you can feel one another's energy. The Lovers card is twin flames and soul unions, so you're meant to be together, it's destined. Giraffe, visionary, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. I really like that, that's lovely. All right, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please take care and give me a like, support the channel. Hopefully it resonated with some people out there. Okay, so we're going to go on to Gemini. Hopefully I've got enough battery to get all the way through Gemini. Let me just have a check. Yeah, 60%, we're going good. Right, I'll give them a shuffle. Get some fresh energy. If you haven't watched Tyler Henry, Hollywood Psychic Medium, I don't sponsor him or anything. He's not sponsoring me. I just think he's amazing, and it was a really cool extension to my understanding of what happens after life. Because tarot is getting messages from, you know, higher beings, souls that have passed away. But what he does as a medium, like he holds objects and gets, you know, memories from them. It's just totally different. It's so cool. And he gives like the most insane details, and it literally, you can see people getting freaked out. He's on YouTube on Entertainment, Tyler Henry, Hollywood Psychic Medium, but not every episode's good. Like, obviously, like, they've got him working with a lot of celebrities for about 10 minutes, but some of them are like really long, and he goes to the house. And like, if you watch the Moby one, that's one of the best ones. There've been a lot of good ones, but I've watched some ones that are like too short, and then the celebrities too hyperactive and making it all about themselves, and it's a bit annoying. But yeah, like, it helped me to understand a lot about the afterlife. Okay, spirit guides, the universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this final week of March 2025, with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in. 3 cards for how Gemini's feeling, please. Okay, so we've got the World card reversed with the 6 of Cups reversed, the 4 of Swords reversed, and the 5 of Cups reversed. Oof. My goodness, look at all these cups on the World card. That's such a heavy energy, like, let's put them upright, okay, and it'll make more sense. So, the World card is about, it's a major arcana. In the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that better days are coming, okay? It's difficult times, but better days are coming, okay? That's what the World card is about. We have to take life's rough with the smooth. I need this one because I've had a bad couple of days, but I'm just struggling not to think about it because, anyway, that's about me. It's going into next week, but I'll feel better again soon. It always does get better. The 6 of Cups, okay? Looks like he's got custard on his head. The 6 of Cups is, it's actually a really nostalgic energy. The 6 of Cups is lots of cups acquiring over many years. It's 2 people who are in love and love each other unconditionally. On the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, it's a brother and a sister, okay, because that love is unconditional. And when you are in love with somebody and you care about them deeply, you view them on, you hold them in high regards, like the same as what you hold a family member, okay? They become your new family, don't they, when you're in love and making a future. So it's interesting to see that there reversed. And then we've got the 4 of Swords, but that was reversed. So it's like a restlessness over the loss of a soulmate, or realizing that someone is not a soulmate or is not a soulmate anymore. The 5 of Cups is the Death card. It's grief, it's sadness, loss, regret. It's often like someone grieving, if not for a person, then grieving for a relationship that's ended. Like 5 of Cups is such a sad card. It's super heavy emotions, and with that reversed, I think we're trying to heal from it. And then the World card is reversed, so it's just really, really heavy, and there's like a stubbornness to do with, could be family or a love, a great love that we've had, and just feeling really negative. This is glass half empty vibes, really, really heavy emotions. So I mean, this is a love reading, so perhaps it's over a love that you've lost, because you do grieve for people in that way when it comes to relationships ending. 5 of Swords reversed, so trying to avoid arguments, really, really trying to avoid, swords of communication. These people are jousting, they're fighting, they're, trying to hurt each other with words. With the things that they've been thinking, they're trying to hurt each other, and you can see they're covered in bandages. We're trying to stop that. We're trying to avoid voicing something that's going to hurt the other person. I mean, when you've been in love with someone and made a life with them, like that is 6 of Cups, so that's having made a life with someone and losing them because either they've ended it or you have. You know each other's secrets, you know the chinks in one another's armor, you know the way to really stick it to them and hurt them, like put that dagger in and twist it. Like, and you try not to do that. You know, the worst thing you could say to them, you know, if they've got issues to do with their childhood, or, you know, they've got like this issue over money or something, you really want to say something to hurt them, but you don't, because you just can't bear, like, no one should be hurt to that degree. King of Cups reversed, you're unhealed about something. The King of Cups upright is very calm, you know, is the ultimate empath. Cups are water, which is feelings. A king is someone who's very stable, settled, very understanding, understanding energy. Yeah, it's a nurturer. So with that being reversed, it's like not feeling very understanding at the moment, not feeling very able to think about others' feelings because our own are hurt so bad. Let's get 3 for your person then. Goodness me, I've never had so many likes. Thank you very much. The Page of Cups reversed. This person does not want to apologise. Okay? Absolutely not. You're very much mirroring one another. Are we in a retrograde at the moment? That's when like everything unfinished business comes out during a retrograde, you know. Unfinished business. Page of Cups, yeah. Page of Cups is having emotion for somebody at the beginning of something. Like, it can be wanting to apologise, but when it's reversed, it's like, I'm not apologising. No fucking way. Sounds like me. Oh my god, if you had met me in my 20s, I was a hella stalker. Now I would try to talk about things, but I just could not cope, and I was like, no, it's the principle and all this, and like they have to speak to me first. You just think, God, it's not worth it's not worth that. But I can't stand it when like someone wants to go out because you were already meant to be going out. You know, you've got plans to go to like a mutual friend's party or something, and they're like, well, everyone's going to talk if we're not there. And it's like, who fucking cares? You need to sort this out. You know, there won't be a relationship to go to a bloody party to like have people say stuff about it if we don't sort this out now. I can't stand people who worry about what other people think. That's not the priority, is it? 6 of Swords reversed, unhealed. We're not leaving the past behind. Oh dear, the 10 of Swords. This person's devastated. They are absolutely devastated. You can't have any more swords than 10. That's the maximum amount of pain that can be felt, is 10. This person got swords everywhere, like up the back, down the spine, like in the neck, in the head, the heart, the chest, the abdomen. Like, they cannot take any more pain. They are not over this. Whoever this is desperately wounded by this, and they are in agony. It can't hurt them any more than what it has done. That's really effing sad, to be honest. What has gone on here? What has gone on here? I'm thinking there's been a lot of arguments with all of the signs, you know. A lot of not talking to each other, a lot of not saying how we feel, what we want. That's really sad. And the worst part is you always assume that the other person's absolutely fine, don't you? And it pisses you off like no end. Well, this person's not fine. The Ace of Wands. Oh my god. This person wants a renewal. You see this as a seed. It looks like almost like a coconut, doesn't it? And then you've got like the shoot coming out. And the person's inside, they want a rebirth. Look, there's a phoenix rising. It's all about renewal, a rebirth. Okay, here's the water for the seed. We've got the air, we've got the sun, we've got growth. They want a rebirth. An Ace of Wands is like, I want a do-over. I want this again. I want it like 2.0, like I want a better version of what we had. It's very emotional. I hope you know, Gemini, like how important you are to this person. Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. The Hanged Man reversed, someone being very stubborn. The Hanged Man upright, I love this card. The Hanged Man upright is trying to look at things from another perspective. They're trying to see a viewpoint that's different from their own. That's why he's put himself upside down. And he's trying not to make any rash decisions. He's trying to think, is there another way that this could be coming across? Like, have I got this all wrong? How are they feeling? That was reversed though, wasn't it? So it's like a stubborn energy. I don't know if that's you or them, but they want a renewal. They felt the maximum pain a person can feel. And now they want a rebirth with you. So maybe you're stubborn about that or they're stubborn, I don't know. Right, the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. So who is going to go towards who to invest? The Knight of Pentacles is, it's someone that wants investment. Pentacles is money, time, and energy, and Knights of movement. It's I am bringing a pentacle to you because I want to date, I want to meet up, I want us to reunite, and it's with the intention of forever. Okay, that's why they've got that Ace of Wands. They cannot be without you. It's not an option for this person not to be without you. Okay, so they want to go towards you. Let's get one more for the outcome. Right, we've got the King of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords upright. Ooh, okay. So the King of Swords, if this was upright, I'd say this is an intelligent person who's strategizing right now. Okay, and that's still the case. They're trying to gather information about what you're up to, if you're seeing anyone. They're trying to watch you without you knowing. They could be following your social media. They could be asking people about you. They could be observing you in any like routine that you have, going to any places that you frequent to try and catch a glimpse of you. It's a cerebral person that's trying to strategize. Nothing is going to be done on a whim. It's going to be thought about much, okay, in advance. It's Aries, sorry, not Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Swords is air, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Highly intelligent, but when it's reversed, it's manipulative. Okay, so they want the advantage. They want to know what's going on in your head, what's going on in your heart, and they want to, like, you see the chessboard here. They want to play this like with knowledge. They want to gain knowledge and facts and information, so nothing is left up to chance. Okay, it's a bit sexy, really. They're very stubborn about it, okay? Because they want to reinvest. Now, let's find out why they had the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups reversed. Where'd that go? There. Ah, come back. Was it that or not? Oh, maybe one didn't. I thought one turned over. No, it's just upside down, isn't it? No, okay. Do it again. Wait, is it? It is. Oh, so annoying. All talk. Silver-tongued devil, big flirt, no action player. So maybe like this person was like absolutely full of it, you know, loads of swagger, and then had a bit of a like I don't know, they didn't continue with the pattern that they were on, with the route that they were on. They had a bit of a speed bump, or did something unexpected, or pulled back a little bit, and it really, you know, threw you off, and then they like ended up getting really hurt. Because they got to the Ten of Swords and now they want a brand new renewal. They want this Phoenix moment, okay? They might have carried themselves like a player, but actually there's all these deep emotions, you know, like, and it's just like going to be such a shock to you. Or confirm, look, flight plan. Sometimes things fall apart for better things to come. Secret desires unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. So they've started to, I think they've like, yeah, they've done something unexpected and you're like, what? And then they've ended up hating themselves, like a self-sabotager. I want another one. I want another shadow. What's their shadow side? Public image. They're worried what people think. Worried about appearances, can't relax, conceited. Okay, so there might be something like maybe you two look very different to one another, maybe from different cultures, maybe they're already taken, maybe they're just not ready for like someone talking about them, being involved, and all the questions and hysteria if they've been single for a long time. You know, it can bring a lot of unwanted attention and talk and gossip, whether someone's single or taken. You know, it gets everyone, gets the tongues wagging, doesn't it? So this person's worried about what people think, but it's hurt them to lose you. They're absolutely devastated and they want a rebirth. Fiery balance. Embrace intense forces, offset turmoil, stabilize with calm resolve. Turbulence. Heal unresolved conflicts with kindness, not anger. Transformational. Through learning, shift your perspective and evolve beyond limits. Okay, so that's what's happening, isn't it? That's what's happening. We're trying to see things from another point of view, because if we only see our own point of view, we'll never make up, and we're in so much pain being away from each other. the five, you know, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups reverse, it's super sad. The World card, like glass half empty, they've got the Ten of Swords. It's so sad, like the King of Cups reverse, like unhealed. They want to invest. I tell you what, you're coming up as the King of Cups, they're coming up as the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Sorry. Yes, you're both kings, which means you're both like trying to when you're two kings, you're two masculines, but your king's reverse, so it's like being two feminines where you're both being passive, you're both like, it's like the hearts fall in opposite directions. There's no person pursuing the other one. You need someone who's in the masculine energy to take the initiative, and everyone, whether they're male or female, has masculine and feminine energy. And usually you need like someone who's more dominant, someone who's more in that masculine energy, and someone who's more yielding and in that feminine energy. But that can swap and change. For example, if a man had an injury and a woman needed to, you know, master like the running of the household and do all like, you know, getting the salary, the main earnings, they would have to step up and be in that masculine energy and like go into boss mode, like be the emperor, you know, like you have to take turns being that dominant force in life. You can't always, it does rarely work where you both like that. One of you's got to yield to the other, and that happens in arguments, happens in, you know, that's how you compromise. Does that make sense? Everyone has masculine and feminine energy. It's nothing to do with gender. It looks like this person's going to step up into that masculine energy, because at the moment they're reversed, right? But they're not King of Cups reversed. You're unhealed, you're wounded, so you're more like feminine. They're like in a masculine, like they're trying to plot and scheme with that chessboard. They're going to make this play their way, okay? Like to get you back for this transformation, this Ace of Wands moment. When's this going to happen? Oh my God, within a couple of months. Double confirmation. 2 months from now, a couple of months from now. Double confirmation. Wow. I love that. That's never happened before. Let's get a confession from them. I know I need to work on myself. Well, that's good. That's good. This has made them really like fucking have an ego death and not worry what anyone thinks now. It's too important to them. Let's get messages from them. And then I'll get you some advice. Okay, they're gonna follow their intuition. They feel guided towards this, okay? It's like the High Priestess card, like I'm gonna think about my destiny. I'm gonna let things play out and know what I'm drawn to. And it's not because of money or status or culture or anything ego-based. It's to do with where my heart belongs, yeah? I'm only quiet to protect you from my ego. We've had double confirmation of that. I can't let go of the past. They are devastated to be without you with that Ten of Swords. Absolutely heartbroken, like not functioning, you know? I'm going to tell you how I truly feel. My ego is loud, but I'm listening to my soul. I'm striving for spiritual enlightenment. Will you wait for me? I'm getting... Others are trying to tell me what to do. So, do you understand that ego has come out like 3 times here with different sets of cards? This person's trying to ignore what other people say or belief systems that other people have impressed upon them. And that could be people that are close to them or just large groups that they're involved with in work or, you know, like I said, religion or... Okay. I'm going to get you some advice, okay? This person's rising above it and they're following their own heart, their own soul, their own mind, okay? Where they're guided to be is where they're going to be, and it's going to happen within the next 2 months. 2 months from now, you and this person are going to have this conversation. The now, be in the now, okay? You can see like that looks a bit like a clock, doesn't it, and an eye. Just try to be in the moment, guys. Don't like hold your breath waiting for this moment because there's a while to go yet, okay? Oh, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. This is just going to happen. It's just meant to be. You haven't got to do anything, okay? Be community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. I love that. Black Jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. You're manifesting this person back. Right, please give me a like, subscribe, follow, repost, and I will be back on later. I've just got to have my dinner and watch Gladiators with my mum and dad. We love it. We do it every Saturday. And yeah, my battery needs to charge, but thank you very much for your support. I've never had 17 likes in a chat. Thank you very much. When I get to 500 subscribers, I can answer questions, you know, like super chats and stuff at the end of the reading, or I'll come on lives just to answer questions. Okay, take care and I'll see you later. Thank you.